Good afternoon. My name is John van Klaren from Mycosat, and this afternoon we're going to tell you about a microorganism in the soil and what it does for the well-being of human, what it does for food. With me are the producers of Mycosat in Italy. They will join me later. We're going to tell you about our organization and what we do, and the background information and the ongoing research we are doing in Holland, not only, but in the rest of the world. What we do is the use of microbiological consortia from the rhizosphere, and the rhizosphere is the area around the roots of plants, or in other words, the biota. And we are developing a strategy for the well-being of soil, of plants, of food, so taking care of people. This is our team in Holland, members of the University of Wageningen, advisors, and people who know a lot about microorganisms and mycorrhiza. This is the team of the research and the production of mycorrhiza bacteria and fungi in Italy. At the moment we are producing 600,000 kilos mycorrhiza per year. And this is the production, which is state of the art after 20 years of research. Finally earned enough money to build this. It all starts with bacteria and fungi with stem cells, the start of it, so it's one spore, and from there we can make more and eventually put it into a product. Mycorrhiza is a fungi and is a special one. The mycorrhiza family is very large. There are more than 400 species known. We only use 7. And that's enough to use in food production, all kind of food. When the mycorrhiza is put into the soil together with seed, or together with a seed potato, or together with roots of a tree or plants, and you've got the right fit, the right species of a mycorrhiza, you can have a symbiosis. So the mycorrhiza works together with the plant to make use of the nutrients. There are, for us, 2 kinds of mycorrhiza, endo and ecto. That means endo in the root of the plant and ecto around. Endo is all for fruit-bearing plants and also fruit-bearing trees like apple, pears, cherries. The ecto is for forests, mainly. Altogether, it creates a larger rhizosphere, so larger roots of the plant. So the plant will be able to take up more water, to take up more nutrients from the soil, especially phosphate. This is how it works. The plant infected by mycorrhiza is able to take up more nitrogen, phosphate, potassium, calcium, and magnesium, so nutrients from the soil. Even when certain layers of phosphate, which are bounded in the soil by iron, which are normally not available for plants, can be reached and can be used. And that is solving a large problem, especially in the Western world, where there's too much phosphate in the soil. We can then take it up, use it. So we don't have to use extra phosphate for nutritions, which saves money. On the other hand, we have spore elements, zinc, iron, copper, and that is also more efficient, available for the plant. The plant grows better, grows stronger, is more resistant against diseases, and on the other hand, the plant gives sugar and carbon back to the mycorrhiza to stay alive. So while you have put in the mycorrhiza into the soil together with the plant or the seed, it stays there for the rest of the life, living and well. Mycosat has made a consortium of mycorrhiza, fungi and bacteria all together, a mix, especially for certain crops. Why? Because only mycorrhiza is very vulnerable, especially when it is developing the first week or 10 days. It needs bacteria around it to protect it. Otherwise, it can be attacked by other predators in the soil. So, this is what we have inside the product. Mycorrhiza, actonemicides, microcytes, bacteria, and saprophytic fungi. All available, and it's all shown on the data blade. This is where you come in, nearly, Justo. This is how the product looks like. It is a composition of certain components, an inert material, a carrier, as we say, like bentonite or something else to put on all the microbes. Symbiotic fungi, and these are the species. Every species got a code that is international. Rhizosphere bacteria, saprophytic fungi, and yeast. So we have a wide variety of microbial diversity. Welcome. This is Professor Giusto Giovanetti, inventor of Mycosat. Okay.
Grazie di essere qui. Io parlerò in italiano, ma abbiamo un traduttore in inglese.
Translator.
Thanks to everybody for being here.
Can you hear him?
I'm
No?
Tullio Cerolini from Italy. I try to translate Giusto Giovannetti, and thanks everybody for being here.
Il punto da cui siamo partiti è la biodiversità che è presente in un suolo agrario.
The most important thing for us is the biodiversity, and we try to put together all these components.
Ed è la biodiversità il tema di questo prodotto, che riguarda sia un suolo agrario ma anche come noi siamo fatti e come noi abbiamo questo rapporto come umani con la biodiversità.
The biodiversity is the most important thing for the soil, for the plant and for the human people.
Questi sono i dati di una quantità di microrganismi in un ettaro di terreno.
That is the quantities of microorganisms in 1 hectare of soil.
E arriviamo a 12 tonnellate di sostanza organica per ettaro.
It's about 12 tons of organic substance by hectare.
Cioè un ettaro di terreno agrario è densamente popolato da una vita microbica.
1 hectare, in 1 hectare we found high life of microbi in it.
E con un'enorme variabilità di microorganismi che partecipano a questa vita.
And many different microorganisms participate to this life.
E che lavorano insieme, cioè questi microrganismi hanno il compito di lavorare insieme allo scopo di rendere fertile questo suolo, di far funzionare la pianta.
All them working together for growing the plant.
bene? Ma non solo, i microrganismi che sono intorno alla radice, sulla rizosfera,
The microorganisms from the rhizosphere around the roots
penetrano all'interno dell'apparato vascolare della pianta,
go into the plant
va bene? E, perfetto, e collaborano allo sviluppo e all'espressione del DNA della pianta.
and all them make a collaboration with the plant to express better the DNA of the plant.
Noi siamo abituati a pensare ad una pianta con un DNA,
We thinking about the plant with one DNA.
ok? Dobbiamo pensare a una pianta con un DNA moltiplicato per 10 milioni di DNA.
But really, we have a system with one DNA from the plant and many millions others DNA in the soil or into the plant.
Okay? Quindi è molto di più di quello che immaginiamo.
It's most than we can imagine.
Okay.
E a secondo dei microrganismi presenti nella pianta,
In function of the microorganisms present in the plant,
alcuni geni della pianta saranno espressi
the plant can express different types of genes.
va bene? Quindi cambia la qualità del prodotto finale
With this, we can change the quality of the product, the final product,
e cambia la capacità della pianta di difendersi dai patogeni.
and change the power of the plant to defend from the diseases.
Totally cambiano. Ok?
Everything changing.
Tutti i giorni sui giornali noi troviamo articoli sul biota.
Every day we find in the newspapers the articles about the microbiota
E sull'importanza del biota per la salute umana.
and how much this is important for the human health.
Okay? Tutti i giorni leggiamo che il biota dell'intestino umano incide sul diabete, per esempio,
Every day we listen about the influence of the biot in the intestinal human
o sul fegato grasso,
or su flat liver,
negli ultimi giorni anche sui tumori,
or the cancro,
ok? O anche sulle malattie mentali.
and many others ills.
Ma che cos'è il biota intestinale e da dove arriva il biota intestinale?
But what's it, the intestinal biot,
E come ci è arrivato nell'intestino?
and how is arrived in the intestinal human?
Yeah.
Ok? Il biota arriva nell'intestino da quello che mangiamo.
What you eat.
The microorganism arrive in the intestinal human by the vegetables or the meat or anything we can eat.
Yeah.
Ok? E i microrganismi sono presenti nel cibo se il tipo di coltivazione gli permette di sopravvivere.
But we can find them if the type of cultivation preserve them.
Allora?
Yeah.
Quindi il concetto è che se noi coltiviamo con una filiera produttiva in cui usiamo dei mezzi tecnici per difendere la pianta, in cui ammazziamo tutti i microrganismi,
If we use a system for agriculture for kill all the pathogen,
ok?
we kill everybody.
Ok? Noi non avremo più microrganismi sul cibo.
So we haven't got good microorganisms for the human people.
Conseguenza non li avremo nell'intestino.
So they never arrive into our
Body.
intestine.
Yeah.
Ok? Cosa succede se non ci sono più microrganismi nel cibo e c'è una depressione di microrganismi nell'intestino? Quali sono le conseguenze?
The consequence about the diminution of the quantities of microorganisms in the intestinal bring us to many ills.
Okay? Una conseguenza che qui vediamo è quella del fegato grasso.
One of these is the flat liver.
Okay? È una malattia nuova, non c'era 20 anni fa.
It's a new ill.
Va bene? E l'EFSA ha stimato che nel 2025 avremo 400 milioni di malati di fegato grasso.
And the European Food Safety Authority expected for the year 2025 around 400 million sick people of diabetes.
Ok? E 400 milioni di diabete e 400 milioni di fegato grasso.
Plus 400 million about flat liver problems.
Una catastrofe. Va bene? Very big catastrophe. Okay?
It's a very big problem for the
Allora,
people.
Noi dobbiamo necessariamente cambiare questo tipo di direzione e coltivare le piante mantenendo in vita il bricobiota.
We need to change the mentality because it's necessary to maintain that microbiota on the soil.
Quindi sostanzialmente dal suolo alla pianta, dalla pianta al cibo e dal cibo all'uomo.
So from the soil to the plant, from the plant to the food, and from the food to the human.
Okay?
Okay.
That is the way.
So that's very important. We have clever farmers producing our food this way. Can you start the video, please?
Mycosat F is een serie producten op basis van mycorrhiza, schimmels en bacteriën. Eenmaal in de grond ontwikkelt het juiste type mycorrhiza tot een kolonie. Samen met de wortel van de plant gaat het een symbiose aan. Dit betekent dat de mycorrhiza in de wortel van de plant treedt. De plant vormt een grotere wortelstructuur en wordt sterker en beter weerbaar tegen ziekte. Hierdoor kan de plant ook beter voedingsstoffen en water opnemen. Ook wordt de opname van fosfaat enorm vergroot. De opname van spoorelementen zoals zink, ijzer en koper neemt ook toe. Ondertussen groeien de schimmels en bacteriën ook verder uit en vormen ze weerstand tegen vijandige schimmels en bacteriën. Als de plant groeit en blad vormt, kan je de weerstand verhogen door in water opgeloste mycosat er overheen te sproeien. Bij de aardappelteelt wordt mycosat bij het poten gebruikt. Als je mycosat samen met de pootaardappel in de grond aanbrengt, levert dit een hogere opbrengst op en uniformiteit in het formaat aardappel. Dat is jaar op jaar door metingen bij een groot aantal aardappelboeren bewezen. Mycosat heeft serieproducten voor alle gewassen en bomen. Mycosat voor ecologische teelt, biologisch voor een duurzame land- en tuinbouw.
The program we started 4 years ago in agriculture in Holland, starting with potato and onion, using mycorrhiza, fungi and bacteria instead of chemicals. So we had to prove ourselves, and here you see the result with biological product, chemical. You see the result, it's even better. Chemicals reduces growth, and we can have the same resistance against diseases in soil. The uniformity of the potatoes is better, not very large and very small, no, all even. And the quality of potatoes are better, no diseases, no tara, no rhizoctonia or other defects, illnesses in the potato. After that we did trials in apple trees. The soil was contaminated by chemicals. We are now cleaning. That takes years. But on the other end, the trees are growing better, giving more and bigger, healthier apples. Even we treat trees already standing there by cutting the root and putting in mycorrhiza bacteria into the cut root, or inject it by in water soluble mycorrhiza, giving a better crop. Lettuce, salad, also been done by planting, giving better quality and higher antioxidant values. All, in the most crops we have used, it is in grapes, wine producing, tomatoes, strawberries and salad, we see an increase of antioxidants. And antioxidants is for human very good. It gives us resistance against cancer. And that is, I think, very useful for the human population. Strawberries, we are ongoing researching. Our people are every year guarding the crops, measuring it, and giving advice to the farmers what to do, and giving them our advice to leave behind the chemicals and try it the biological way. The result in strawberries is that we have 46% more phenols than in conventional farming. Antioxidant activity in strawberries is far better, and 60% less nitrates. And luckily more strawberry growers are doing that by using the small plants from the start until they bear fruit. In grapes, it's even more economical, valuable to start planting the vines with mycorrhiza. We see that after planting you can harvest a year earlier, so that is a tremendous value, because your harvest, that is what you sell and what you are living for. And we also see 30% more antioxidants in grapes. So we have happy farmers. Those were the happy farmers of last year. And the group of happy farmers this year, hopefully, will be even bigger. So, start with advice, check your soil, put in organic matter, make sure you work with mycorrhiza, fungi and bacteria in the rhizosphere, and less or no chemicals. But we have to do that together. We need private consortia, money for development research. We need academic partners. We have all around the world. Universities helping us, entrepreneurs, people who are willing to invest. Farmers, the most important people, and consumers. And the consumers, they tell what the farmer has to produce. Local institutions like governments, etc., eventually produce healthy biological food. That's the way to grow. Thank you very much.
All right, give him a big round of applause. I think we have just witnessed all the most international performance that we've had here in the Crops Theater, with an Italian professor, a Dutch presenter and the interpreter, and a Dutch clip in between. So how international can it get? Now, you might be surprised, but we even have some questions submitted, although we only have 2 minutes left. So let's see if we can tackle some of those. Those of you who just walked in, we have a mobile platform where you can submit questions. We're going to take the top 3, which are all upvoted by 1. First of all, guys, are you willing to share the slides with the audience through our online community platform?
Naturally.
Wow, that's good news. So you can all will be able to find this at community.greentech.nl. That will be happening early next week, Monday or Tuesday. Now, the question that came up during the talk is, what are the chances that any pathogens evolve to nullify the effect of the microorganisms? Have you any experience with that? I don't know if you want to translate that to Italian. Questions up here on the screen if you want to read it.
No, it's...
Oh.
That would be interesting if you answer that in English now.
Yeah. We'll translate. Don't worry.
Good.
Diciamo che se noi riusciamo a rispettare il biota microbico nella sua interezza, questo tiene a bada i patogeni.
If we can respect all the system about microorganisms, everybody else working for take out the pathogen.
So you do not see this happening?
Yes.
Ok, l'esempio è l'evoluzione, cioè i microrganismi, i patogeni, i microrganismi, diciamo tra virgolette positivi, sono sempre esistiti da 3 miliardi di anni. Va bene? Se avessero vinto i patogeni, noi non esisteremmo.
I know because I understand a little bit of Italian, but please translate.
The better example is the evolution of the human people, because for 3 billion years we have together the pathogen and the good microorganism. But until now the pathogens can't win the war.
Okay.
For that reason we are existing now.
Yeah. Exactly. So that is not going to happen. Second question, probably for you, John. Do you have any application of this in hydroponics, and is that possible?
We have at the moment no. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible, but I have no application for it yet.
Yet.
But there's one.
You're pointing at colleagues.
Who will,
why are you pointing at this gentleman?
He's a hydroponic.
And are you about to start working with this?
Yeah. So I work at an aquaponic farm in New York City, and we're interested in bringing this in.
All right. Yeah. So probably in 2 years' time at Greentech 2018, you'll be able to share your results with us.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that, we come to the end of our 30 minutes. You have a burning question? I love burning questions, so I'd rather spend another extra minute than killing off the questions.
Do I have to talk fast? Okay. I'm growing blueberries, and the problem is we need acid soils, and a lot of producers put acid in soil and it kills all microorganisms.
Yeah.
And for blueberries we need Hymenoschiphus ericae. It's a fungi, it makes mycorrhiza, and it's very necessary to be there. So do you produce it? I mean, can you put your product in some organic substrates to put in the soil and to solve that problem?
What's the pH?
pH is around 4.2.
Yeah, okay,
it's very big problem.
Tricky, but the pH 4.2, is that possible?
Blueberry market?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, okay.
I think so, yes.
Worth a trial.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. So much for the blueberry crop growers. Well, with that, I'm really gonna finalize these 30 minutes. So give them a final big round of applause.